it's your girl Chab, and today I'm coming at you with a first impression demo and review on the new Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. And I have the shade F8. Probably having some flashbacks here because I talked about the Fast Base Stick Foundation, which is also, I did a review, link up above. Go and check it out if you want to know the tea on that. So I'm going to test it out on my skin today. I've never used this before. I just got it. It is brand spanking new. I'm gonna do my whole face right now. I look a little weird because I have carved out the bottom of my brow and I put on some lashes. That's something a little natural, a little simple today. But I'll be talking about this foundation today. I will be applying it with not only a brush but a sponge right here. Which method will be better? Who knows? So if you want to know whether or not this foundation is good or not, then let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to go to the application, but first we need to talk about the foundation right here. So my phone is on silent, it's on autopilot. We're going to be talking about the foundation. Right now I'm on the Ulta website right here. So the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation right here is for $12 USD. That stands for dollars, by the way. So the product has 0.8 fluid ounces. That's a little less than used, guys. That's a little less than used. The shades right here, there is 24 shades, good range. You got some darks, you got some mediums, you got some lights, you got some fairs. I think that's a good range. That's a good range. What it says, the details, it says Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation offers lightweight yet buildable coverage in 24 skin true shades. This versatile foundation is designed to suit every skin type and tone with an oil-free yet creamy and comfortable formula that dries down to a long-lasting demi-matte finish. It won't settle into fine lines or cling to dry patches. Housed in luxe glass bottle with jumbo doe foot applicator for great control and less waste, this foundation offers highly pigmented coverage that can be layered or diffuse to suit your look. What it says, swipe on and blend out to ramp up the coverage for a real skin finish that diffuses blemishes and uneven skin tone. Or let your complexion's natural character shine through using a small amount with a damp beauty sponge for a veil-like coverage. Follow your favorite shades of Conceal and Define Concealer to highlight, contour, or conceal. And as y'all know, I already got the Conceal and Define concealers right here for you. We will use that today as well. Benefits is that it's vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and oil-free. Excuse me. It has 4 stars, 91 reviews, and 74% of respondents would recommend this to a friend. Let's see if Chab will recommend it to y'all today. So anyway, we're gonna get on with putting on the makeup on our face, finally. So in my past reviews, I have put on primers before foundation. I feel like that's not 100% fair, I guess, because sometimes I don't want to wear primer, sometimes I do. I do have some moisturizer on right now. So at this time of year, especially in the East Coast, it starts getting a little chilly, so my face is feeling it right now. It's starting to get dry, so it's a little crazy. I'm gonna probably just stick to what I have right now and see how this reacts to my dry skin. It's sort of dry. It's a little oily. It's nice. It's a little dewy right here and there because of the moisturizer and stuff. My rosacea, she here to play. So let's see if this is really and truly full coverage. I want to just compare the shades really quick as far as the color goes. So I have F8 right here in the Fast Base Stick Foundation. So I'm just going to put that on my hand right there. So this is F8 right here. So as they said, they have a doe foot applicator. Okay. This reminds me of the Clinique foundation that they have that is also like a doe foot. So the colors, they actually look really similar. I mean, to me, this is a good match. Yeah, holy crap. Both of these match perfectly. Like the consistency obviously is different. So this is more of like a cream, which is the stick foundation, and then this right here is liquid. So that's cool. All right, go ahead. So like a lot of like brands and stuff, they don't match their corresponding foundations together. So I think that's really great that, you know, if you have a foundation already from that line, that you could pick another color that'll match perfectly. This is awesome. Kudos to them for that. Now I'm gonna apply it to my face finally. I'm gonna do this side with a brush. I will be using the Morphe Y6, and then on this side we'll be using another Morphe sponge. We're gonna put this on and see which one I like better. Yeah, let's start with the brush side first. As you can see, I already got lash on and I got my eyebrows carved out. I always do this before I put on makeup, and then sometimes I'll put on eyeshadow, but today ain't no eyeshadow on here, so we're just gonna go in. You're gonna take the doe foot applicator and just apply it to the skin. So usually I'll just go in. I'll just go in. I don't know how much to start with. Let's just start with that much, okay? Just one dip and go in, and then we'll just blend this out and see how it looks. So brushes, what I like to do is kind of swirl it and then pat it through, because I don't really like a full heavy coverage. I don't really like a heavy coverage. Let me blend this out. I didn't do my forehead yet or blended it down to my neck area yet. I just wanted to see how it looked like, because I can't really move the product. It's not thick, but it's not liquidy either. What I can say is that it's definitely full coverage, because if you look at this side and you look at this side, it is covering everything. But it's also, if you look really close up, you can see my skin still. You can see like any kind of freckle or anything there. So the foundation hasn't set. I actually touched my face and it came off set. It doesn't look like it has oxidized or anything. Color is pretty good. So yeah, definitely, it's not completely set yet, I don't think. It has like a demi-matte finish to it because it's matte looking, but you could see a little bit of like a glow from within. My face is already shiny. So yeah, let me apply it to the rest of my face and we'll see how it sets first before we do the other side. Okay, as far as coverage goes, this is definitely like a full coverage. I personally wouldn't layer on another layer just because it'll get too full coverage, especially if you like to go in with concealers to either spot conceal or to highlight the face. Me personally, I like to highlight with my concealers. So yeah, I feel like going more than this would be too much. It's not like a full coverage. It's definitely like a natural finish, especially when applying with the brush. My face does not look cakey at all. It doesn't look like, you know, I ate a cheeseburger and my face looks greasy. It has a natural glow to it, so go ahead. My pores don't look huge or anything. My skin looks like skin, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't look abnormal or anything. The color looks good, but I do see some of my redness, just a tiny bit of redness peeking through. But again, we're gonna go in with concealer, but for the most part, it's a beautiful finish, especially using a brush. So now, finally, we're gonna go in with the sponge right here and we're gonna apply it to the skin again. So I'm gonna apply it the same way. I'm gonna take the wand again, not double dipping or anything. I'm just gonna go in, do like 3 lines first here, and then with my sponge I like to tap it on the skin and blend it out like that. So let's do that. This is with the sponge here, and I already know what the verdict is. I definitely like it with the sponge better. So weirdly enough, okay, I applied the same amount of product initially on both sides of my face, but I feel like this covered with the sponge, it covered it so much better. It spread it out evenly. The sponge didn't absorb too much of the product, and I just blended it and it went on my nose. It went down to my chin right here. I did blend it a little bit down my double chin and stuff, but I didn't do it on my forehead. Hold on, let me see. Alright, y'all, I might be a little biased, but I like it with the sponge. Holy moly. The coverage is about the same. Now, I will say that it did sheer out the coverage a little bit more with the sponge. It normally does that. And if you like to go a little more natural with your full coverage foundation, then going with a sponge is the way to go. If you want to maximize the coverage, then go in with your flat brush or foundation brush, whatever you want to use and stuff. But as far as the finish goes, girl, my face looks so nice and smooth. You could still see some of the imperfections. Not imperfections, we call them perfections, girl. Hey, anyway, I still see, I have some beauty marks here that I still see. I see my skin through this. I mean, overall, like my freckles, I can see them. Girl, we're gonna put on the rest of the face first, and then I will give you my final thoughts with this foundation. So again, we were going to be using the concealers and stuff. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer and Contour. I don't have contour shades. I got these concealers. So I have C7 to kind of spot conceal, which I usually don't do anyway. But then I have C3. It's going to brighten up the skin. I'm going to just finish up the face and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So let's go. Alright guys, so what is the verdict on this foundation? This one. Esta foundation. It is... everywhere. It is Chab. Alright, so let's talk about this foundation real quick. Pros. I like that it is full natural coverage. It looks good on the skin. My powders and everything, as far as the bronzer, the highlighter, and the blush, they look good. But putting on my concealer and translucent powder made it look a little cakey. I think it's weird that the concealers don't look good with this foundation. I'll have to keep updating you guys. Follow me on my social media to find out the tea on this, because I'm going to test this foundation out with different concealers. But to me personally, it doesn't look good with their concealer. Maybe it's just too full coverage. Maybe it's just too matte. It looks too matte. Like my pores are showing up here and it's weird. But everywhere else, like where I didn't set, it looks beautiful. So maybe that this foundation is just too matte to be set, which is a little weird because I've had matter foundations that I have set before with powder. I did spray my face with some setting spray, so I thought it would maybe like sink it in a little bit more, but it looks like cakey right here, and then everywhere else looks fabulous. I prefer using a sponge when applying this foundation for sure. Like look at this foundation is definitely not for dry skin people, because yeah, no, I would probably stay away from it, that, or just freaking put some moisturizer on, lather yourself with like some coconut oil or whatever, and then put this on, because it is definitely a matte foundation, demi matte I should say. And then for the oily skin gals, you probably like this one because it looks really good on the skin. And for me as a combo gal, it's looking fresh and fly and beautiful and great. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all these social medias down below right here. And ding ding, hit that notification bell because your girl make new videos every Friday. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. Bye. With the first okay, this versatile, the shades and putting on my translucent. But anyway, that is my thoughts on beautiful. Anyway, why did I do that?